Hey guys, welcome to Black Angus Reviews. I know I'm a little late to the party covering Clone Wars Season 7, but I'm going to catch up really quick. So let's review Episode 1, The Bad Batch. So it's got a really simple setup, actually, and I think that's good for the start to a new season of a show that's had a huge break, multiple years, four? So essentially, the Separatists have devised this algorithm. Cody and Rex have kind of figured out, like, we're losing too many people. We're getting our butts handed to us. Something is up. I think they're figuring out what we do, and we're losing too many people in the process. More than acceptable. And so Cody and Rex actually go to command. They're like, hey, let's get a small crew. Let's go behind enemy lines. Let's infiltrate where we think the communications are occurring and download that stuff and counteract it. So they kind of got like an Enigma retrieval setup. So with the need of retrieval in place, they bring in a special forces group called Clone Force 99, otherwise known as the Bad Batch. Now, they seem to always get work done, highly successful, but they're very unconventional. So they team up, they go out past Republic lines, they infiltrate, but they're shot down, and Commander Cody is compromised, not killed, but he's injured and out of the fight. So now there's a fight for command, but the scout, the leader of the Bad Batch, kind of defers command to Captain Rex, since he's next in command from Cody, who brought them in the first place. So once they get behind enemy lines, they use a kind of decoy takeover of one base to draw everyone in, and they go to the actual communications array. And once they go in there, the intel specialist, I think his name's Tick, he is looking for a algorithm, but it turns out it's a live feed from another planet, Skeko Minor. Not a fan of the name, but hey, you gotta call it something. And so it's pretty simple. A lot of action happens in between these few plot points. And we end with Captain Rex, who had an inkling that clone trooper Echo was alive. He actually finds out from his call number, if you will, that indeed Echo is alive. He's the one apparently giving this intel from the live feed on Skeko Minor. And so that is a driving force for Rex and company for episodes going forward. Pretty good setup. I liked it. What was cool was having been a recent viewer of Rambo for the first time and a huge fan of that first film. I like how the scout trooper looked like, his name is Hunter, he looked like Rambo with his hair and bandana. I think that was an obvious homage. He had the sniper with the crosshair on his eye. It reminds you of like Deadshot or a character like that. You got the intel guy who's kind of a dweeb. Remind me of, I think it was Donatello from the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles film. The Muscle, he was probably the only one that was a little too over-embellished, too stereotypical, just run and gun, brute strength, no real mind. It's a bit over the top, but it was a solid episode overall. I like the action overall. It felt a little too seamless. But, that's kind of what you expect from a cartoon, so I don't know how much to critique that. Tonally, it felt like this is pretty dark. We're in, like, the end times. This is the final season. But the tone still felt a bit uneven. I know this is an all-ages show, but one of the great things about the show overall was that it matured with the audience that it was aimed at initially. So, you say 9, 10-year-olds matured with them to age 14 or so. And I feel they haven't quite found the mark, at least in this first episode. So that's my only real critique, besides the kind of seamless action, no real consequence to our heroes of the episode. But yeah, and the other thing too was the kind of disparity between special forces and regular military. I was in the regular military and experienced some of that, from the periphery at my base when I was deployed. So that's a real thing. So that was cool that they brought that element to this without letting it overshadow the projection of the show overall. So yeah, I'd give this episode 7 out of 10. It's a good opener. Hopefully stakes are raised. I think they will be. But yeah, let me know what you all thought in the comments. Talk to you all later.